let's just start with the immunity challenge. Once again, there were some shockers. Kim's iron shots.
I can't believe that she hit 3 or 4 right. I mean, that was really, really surprising. But, you know, it was so funny because she seemed so confident on the drive, like where everyone else had a drive and she had a 4-iron. And then when she was hitting those 5-irons down below, like, I mean, they were going really, really right. Like, she didn't get through it all. So I don't know. I don't know why she was nervous on that. I mean, the whole show you're nervous. You're nervous the whole time. If you say that you're not nervous, you're probably lying. You're nervous.
Yeah. And then you see Susan once again pulls a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, you know what? That was the hardest putt ever. Like, I'm a good putter, and that was such a hard putt. Like, I don't, like, when the cameras kind of went off, I went up and putted that putt, like, another 3 or 4 times, and I finally made it, like, on the 3rd or 4th time I did it, like, just when we were done with it, and everyone was done. I knew it was an elimination. I just went back and tried to make it because I was so frustrated with myself, and I finally made it, like, 4 more times, I guess, or 3 more times. It was a tough putt. Like, it broke. Like, you had to hit it like Susan hit it, like perfect speed, perfect line.
So you're going into your first elimination challenge. So how did you feel going into that challenge? Just when you sort of looked at, you know, the 3 of you and went,
I wasn't trying to go. I was trying not to go. You know, it's so weird. I've had such a different mindset, like, with this show, and I've just completely not looked at it as, you know, this is who I'm going against. I'm just trying to play golf. Like, I'm really just trying to be as focused as possible. I think I need to do that in my real game right now, but I'm just trying to, like, be as focused as possible. And I am super nervous, like, obviously from the fact that I topped it out of the fairway. But I mean, and then I just tried to regroup myself, and I really did. I really, like, literally, that was probably the best 3-wood ever that I've ever hit, like, under that pressure, even though the girls said I got lucky in it. And I did, like, I mean, I got a lucky bounce, but, you know, what's golf? You know, what's golf without a bounce here and a bounce there? Like, last week they were talking about that shot, like, Courtney's like, oh, she just got lucky. Well, I mean, I hit it where I wanted it to, but, yeah, it rolled closer, and that was lucky. But, I mean, how many things on this show have been, you know, a bad shot with good luck or a good shot with, you know, bad luck? So, I mean, that's kind of unfair to say that, you know, it was a lucky shot. It was a good shot. It got a good bounce.
And the thing is that we also know that very often when you hit a bad shot, you can just hit another bad shot and another bad. And so you pulled, you know, that completely around and you hit this 3-wood.
After that shot, I was so impressed with myself. Like, I literally, they didn't show the camera on me, thank God, because I was probably had the biggest smile on my face ever. Like, it was such a good recovery because, like, if I wouldn't have hit that, I'd have been for sure bounced because, I mean, I would have. I mean, it's just that simple. I would have made a bogey and those girls wouldn't. So, I mean, yeah, there's a little luck and there's, you know, good shot too. So it's half and half.
So you beat Sam out and, you know, everybody loves Sam. You know, everybody loves Sam. So were you the pariah for beating out Sam after this?
I still feel sick. Yeah, I didn't like the show at all. It really made me upset. I've been worried about it all day. Like Lori said, I have a huge target on my back, and like, honestly, looking back at the show, the only person on the show that I would have not wanted to beat, like, for 1,000% was Sam. And Sam and I have actually talked, like, a few times, like, before the show aired, and I just said to myself, like, I told her I was sick to my stomach, that I had to watch this show over when I beat her. And what they didn't show on this show is that, number one, they didn't show a lot of stuff, which is kind of surprising. But they showed a lot of golf tonight, which was, I actually really enjoyed the fact that they showed a lot of golf. But that took 6 times to film. We went back. I believe it was either 5 or 6 times that we went back to the tee. Like, they wanted to make sure that we had, like, water and Gatorade and power bars because, like, they didn't know, like, how long we were going to last out there. We went back to the tee, I think, like, 6 times. I think that when Sam almost holed it, I think that was the 2nd or 3rd time, and then we each, like, made a 2-putt, and then we each made a 2-putt, and then we went back, and that was, like, the final time where I holed that putt. I mean, it was an awesome putt, and, like, I'm really happy that I beat her on a really good putt, that no one screwed up, you know what I mean? And, like, I honestly thought that she had holed that from behind the bunker. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I obviously was glad that she didn't and I was still safe, but it was like an unbelievable shot.
It was a great shot. And again, she hit a bad shot that got her in that trouble in the first place, and she recovered beautifully and almost told it.
Yeah, exactly. And she recovered. And that was like, that's what takes like awesome, like, just getting yourself back together again. Like when I topped it out of the fairway, I could have said, you know what, I'm out. But I didn't. I just said, you know what, Christina, just one more shot. Just try to hit one more good shot. And I did. And I absolutely crushed it. And I was happy with what I did. And Sam, I mean, she thought, like she said in her interview, I thought I was out. I thought it was slam the door, I'm done. And when she almost holed it, like I thought she was gonna hold it. Like I literally thought she was gonna hold it. I almost motioned to pick up my ball.
Yeah, so no, it was a very exciting finish. I know you guys, it dragged out for you, but for us it was very exciting watching it all come to the end. But it was a bit of an emotional show for you. I mean, there were some issues with lack of enthusiasm on the bench.
Yeah. I really thought it was going to be 1,000 times worse because it was 1,000 times worse. They just didn't show all of it. So I don't know what I'm allowed and not allowed to talk about, but I just know that this was like probably like I've been dreading this show pretty much for the last 3 days, and they really didn't show half the crap. So that's fine with me. And yeah, like when I finished, I got, hey, good job. And then it was like I was standing over in the corner by myself. Even the producers came over and said, hey, good shot, like, good job. Because it was definitely like a really, like I'm emotional in my voice right now. Like it was such a hard time, not only because I eliminated Sam, and I understood that like I eliminated the most favorite person there, but at the same time, like, I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, like that's why we're here. So, I mean, I don't think and then like Lori was saying that I was walking when she was in her line, and like there were so many other things said that I did too, and that I'm sure on next week's show you'll find out about, but, I never walked in her line, or I never like stood in her line, but I mean, I guess I have learned, like, I have learned a lot. Like the one thing that I can say is that, I am young to the competition, and I am young to all the etiquette, I guess it is. I didn't realize I was, bad at it, but I mean, I did learn something. Like, I mean, when she is lining up her putt, I probably shouldn't be moving at all, and I did realize that, I probably was lining up mine at the same time, not when she was putting, but when she was lining hers up. So I think that perhaps I've learned that, but, I mean, I don't know. It's just, there was a lot of drama on the show, and it was like one of my worst things to want to watch tonight. Like, I literally have a ball in my stomach right now just thinking about it.
Well, tonight is over. You've got another 7 days to get to next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, there was one point where Kim did say she felt bad for you, and much as she was hoping for Sam because she was her roommate, she did feel bad for you.
Shocked that she said that. I was like absolutely shocked that she said that because, well, tune in next week. That's all I can say. No, I mean, the one thing I can say is Sam is absolutely, by far, the most sweetest person on the whole entire planet. She deserves to win this show probably just as much as anyone else. She doesn't give herself enough credit, and I think the one thing that she has pulled from this show is that she needs to be more like me, and I need to be more like her. She's just honestly just one of the most fantastic people, and she will be on the LPGA. She shouldn't quit because she's just unbelievable. She's such a good player, and a really, really cool girl. And it's the one person I would have never wanted to eliminate on that show. I did, which really sucks, but she's an unbelievable player, and I think that, I'm happy that, I got to play with someone like that and able to beat someone like that. I should definitely take that away.
Yeah, well, she's really sweet, and hopefully we'll hear from her sometime before this whole series is over.
You should call her. She's awesome.
Well, Christina, we're looking forward to talking to you next week. Have you got a tournament coming up?
Next Monday, I have the second section of the U.S. Open qualifier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely be cheering for you then. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Well, you take care. Thank you again.
Thanks.